Code Blue Medical Corporation proudly presents the Easi Adult Gastric Lavage System. No longer will you have to gather additional items, waste time with gravity feed, hassle with syringes, worry about mucosal trauma from suction, or be unnecessarily exposed to body fluids. The Easi Lav system is completely closed, disposable, extremely fast, avoids mucosal damage, and comes with everything you need. Just add lavage fluid. During the next 5 minutes, we will demonstrate the advanced features of the device for the treatment of overdoses, ingestions, GI bleeding, and pre-endoscopy lavage. The Easi Lav kit comes with a 3-liter fluid bag with connecting tubing, a 5-liter waste bag with connecting tubing, and a sampling port, a bed rail hook, a gastric tube, either 34 French Ewald or 18 French Salem sump, a sample container, and the Easi Lav device. Assembled, the Easi Lav is a completely closed lavage system. The marked input and output syringes of the double lumen device each provide a 125 cc stroke volume and can be pumped together or independently. The device can irrigate over 8 liters of fluid in less than 5 minutes of normal operation. The cone and ports of the device contain 2 pairs of built-in valves. They are oriented like valves of the human heart, providing controlled, unidirectional fluid flow as each of the valves alternately open and close in response to the action of the syringe plungers. When the plungers are drawn back, the paired input valves orient to allow fluid to be pulled into the input syringe from the fluid bag. At the same time, the paired output valves orient to allow stomach contents to be suctioned into the output syringe. When the fluid plungers are advanced forward, the valves reposition and the reverse occurs. The fluid in the input syringe is powerfully flushed into the stomach, while the fluid in the output syringe is emptied into the waste bag. To begin the procedure, make certain that the sample port on the waste bag is closed. Clamp the fluid bag connecting tubing and fill the bag with either tap water or saline and hang it from an IV pole. Now, insert the gastric tube into the stomach per standard procedure. While holding the Easi Lav device, advance both plungers forward. Connect the device tip firmly to the gastric tube and pinch the wingtips together. Always ensure proper tube placement by pumping the input plunger alone while listening for air bubbling in the stomach. Attach the fluid bag tubing to the blue input port on the device. Attach the waste bag connecting tubing to the red output port. To prevent over-distension, first empty the stomach. Unclamp the fluid bag connecting tubing. Then pump the output plunger alone until no return or stiff resistance is encountered. Now, twist lock the plunger into place with a rotation of the handle. Gastric samples may now be obtained from the sample port if desired. Prime the system with lavage fluid by pumping 3 strokes of the input plunger only. This will clear the system of air and introduce approximately 300 cc's of fluid into the stomach. Unlock the output plunger. Grasp both handles with a 4-fingered, overhanded fist-like grip and pump simultaneously. Note the agitation being created in the stomach by the Easi Lav device. No other product is so effective at suspending pill fragments or breaking up blood clots for fast evacuation. After every 3rd plunger cycle, pump the output plunger alone 3 times. Continue pumping with 3 simultaneous, then 3 output cycles until clear, indicating a thorough lavage. Complete the procedure by emptying the stomach with the output plunger only. Make certain the input plunger is fully advanced. Charcoal can be administered, if indicated, in 2 ways with the Easi Lav. The first option is to twist lock the output plunger into place. Add charcoal to the fluid bag and pump it into the stomach using the input plunger only. The second option is to disconnect the Easi Lav from the gastric tube and introduce the charcoal directly down the gastric tube. The two pairs of one-way valves provide a safety feature unique to the Easi device. As you are aware, the gastric tube may occasionally become obstructed with debris, or the gastric wall may wrap around the tube, potentially causing suction trauma. The Easi valve design avoids suction trauma during simultaneous plunger action by providing an automatic shunting action. If an obstruction occurs as the plungers are being withdrawn, a slight increase in resistance will be felt, and the flow of gastric contents through the lavage tube will be reduced. As the plungers continue to be drawn back, lavage fluid will be drawn into the input syringe and also bypass the gastric tube to fill the output syringe. This may lead the operator to incorrectly conclude that the gastric washings are clear and the lavage is complete. On the next forward stroke, the input plunger should force enough fluid through the gastric tube to clear the obstruction. This safety feature eliminates potential trauma to the mucosal lining during simultaneous plunger operation by shunting excess suction pressure on the gastric tube to the output syringe. Should a clog occur in one of the output valves, simply pull the output plunger back halfway. Then crimp or clamp off the gastric tube and pump the input plunger alone. This will activate the automatic bypass and force fluid through the output valves to clear them. Clogs do not occur in the input valves since only lavage fluid passes through them. In cases where large amounts of gastric debris are present, repeated clogging may occur. With repeated clogging, the plungers should be operated independently for effective lavage. Simply twist lock the output plunger, then pump the input plunger alone 3 to 5 times. Now reverse the procedure. Advance the input plunger completely forward. Unlock the output plunger and pump it alone until no return is obtained or stiff resistance is encountered. Continue the procedure in this manner until lavage is completed. It is important to remember that either plunger, when used alone, will not work efficiently unless the other plunger is advanced fully forward. The output plunger must be twist-locked into place when not being used. The Easi Adult Gastric Lavage System allows for a fast, safe, and effective lavage in less than 10 minutes with a completely closed system. Simply set up the kit, pump the device until the procedure has been completed, and if indicated, administer charcoal. Remember, the Easi is a single-use item, so once you have completed the procedure, be sure to dispose of the entire kit properly. Easi is a registered trademark of Code Blue Medical Corporation.